Do you wake up every day with a feeling that it's Groundhog Day? You get out of bed and go through the same routines to get ready for that boring, dead-end job? You work hard, yet still find yourself having to pay endless bills and drowning under mounting debt on your credit cards. You are just doing the same things over and over again with a feeling in the pit of your stomach that life is just passing you by. Feeling alone and lonely and wondering if the universe will ever let you meet someone special to share your life with? Feeling that you are living a lie and trapped in someone else's life when you were destined to do and be so much more with your life? Have you always wanted to live a different life but feel stuck in a seamless, dead-end stream? You want change, but feel like change requires too much time and effort, and you end up just giving up and end up settling for an average, unremarkable life. Our lives as it could have been become a distant dream because we just gave up. Thankfully, destiny has brought you here because everything in your life is about to change. Whether it is good health, happiness, true love, confidence, or financial freedom that you desire, you can now receive everything you have ever wanted. Yes, you can now live the life that you deserve. You may be wondering if this is really possible and not just empty promises. Can you really turn your life around? The answer is yes. Everything is possible because, you see, the universe wants you to be successful and wants you to receive unlimited abundance. Whether it's a car, a house, true love, or unlimited wealth, everything you want is now literally at your fingertips. And no, this is not yet another law of attraction program, nor is it another guide about meditation or another tool about visualization. What you are about to discover is a totally different, groundbreaking, yet a simple push-button system to change how your subconscious mind works. By getting rid of all the negative limiting beliefs and thoughts that have been holding you back and replace them with positive, uplifting ones to reprogram your thought process and consequently activate positive changes in your life. Just watch this short video presentation to the end and you will learn how this push-button secret can make it happen. This is the human brain. It is the most advanced and powerful supercomputer that contains billions of nerve cells and billions of nerve fibers, all linked by trillions of connections. Scientists had previously believed these brain connections were only created during childhood, and as adults, we were stuck with whatever wiring had been created for the rest of our lives. However, we now know that the brain continues to create new connections for the duration of a lifetime, giving us the ability to re-engineer and rewire our brain to whatever we want it to be. Our brain cells communicate using electrical pulses that pass through these neural connections, and it is what makes up our daily emotions, behaviors, thoughts, and desires. These electrical pulses are also known as brain waves, which are quite similar to the tones found in musical instruments. There are 5 different types of brain waves, which operate at higher or lower frequencies depending on what you are thinking or doing at any given moment. The fastest and most subtle and powerful of the 5 brain waves are gamma rays. Gamma waves are so fast, they operate at a level above even the neural communication of our brain cells. That is, gamma waves operate at a level beyond even the conscious mind and your normal thought process. Scientists recently discovered that as the level of gamma waves in the brain increase, the mind experiences an expanded level of consciousness and is where spiritual emergence manifests itself. It is during this spiritual level of manifestation that you are able to gain direct access to your subconscious mind, enabling you to literally create a new reality in your life. That is not all, because your brain also contains real intelligence, consciousness, and self-awareness. These unique capabilities mean the function of the human brain far exceed that of just being a supercomputer and is what makes the brain the most complex and complicated object in the known universe. It is the command center that contains everything that you are and will become. Within it is an almost limitless amount of untapped potential to manifest health, wealth, love, and happiness. Scientists believe that we are consciously aware of only about 10% of our brain activity, so most of our decisions, actions, emotions, and behavior completely ignores the 90% of the brain activity that goes beyond our conscious awareness. What most people do not realize is that to be successful in life, we need to access that 90% and take control of the subconscious part of our brain. Some of us are lucky and born with a subconscious brain already set for success. However, many of us are not. Why are some of us incredibly wealthy, but most are poor? Well, you see, it is because individuals not only inherit wealth, but some are lucky and they also get the correct subconscious programming wired into their brain during their upbringing. For example, neuroscientists have shown that you have already developed a relationship around money as early as 6 years old and formed thoughts about whether money is good or bad. If you were raised in a household that struggled financially, you may still carry that residue with you into your adult life. Even if you manage to attract a good job, you may find that money is constantly slipping through your fingers. It isn't your fault. Society as a whole is filled with scarcity thinkers, which is due to the nature of our upbringing and the negative limiting beliefs that have been wired into our subconscious mind growing up, and is what is holding us back from reaching our true potential. As adults, we end up stuck in a dead-end job, have failing health, and settle for what most might describe as an ordinary and unremarkable life, and basically just give up on our dreams. If you are watching this presentation, I believe it is because deep down you still want the chance to reconnect with your dream life, and you can do that starting right now. You see, the brain is able to recognize itself in a process scientists refer to as neuroplasticity, and you are capable of rewiring your brain connections to the correct state for success by using an effortless push-button way to re-engineer the brain, using specially created audio tracks that unlocked what I call your brain's gamma potentials. The type of energy you exude is a consequence of your gamma potentials, which send signals from your brain to specific energy centers around your body, which in turn attracts and manifests health, wealth, and happiness into your life. Your gamma potentials contain all your dreams and fantasies, giving you the potential for perfect health with boundless energy and vitality, true love with a special, caring, and loving partner, feeling and looking your best at all times, financial freedom, and an unlimited access to money. My name is Mark Doucette, and not too long ago, I was just another regular 35-year-old guy with an average job living in a rundown apartment and drowning in credit card debt. I was just drifting by in life. Now, this was not how I envisioned my future would be like growing up. I wanted things to be different, but it just seemed like it would require too much time, too much energy, and too much effort to try and change my life, and I ended up just letting go of my dreams and settling for not even second best, but for some average ranking. Luckily, one day everything in my life changed. That was the day I discovered the hidden power and ability of audio tracks to rewire your brain. You know that old saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Well, actually it turns out you can. And it's all about harnessing the power of your gamma potentials. You see, using audio sound waves is the most powerful, efficient, and fastest way to reprogram your subconscious mind and take control of your life and make the changes you have always wanted. This is a sample of what the tones sound like. Before I go any further, I have a personal story I would like to share with you. In fact, I feel a little embarrassed telling you this story, but believe it is important you learn how a phone call from my sister during my darkest hour would change my life forever and would lead me to discover the push-button secret to success. Not long ago, I was just getting by in life, bouncing from one dead-end job to another just to make ends meet and keep a roof over my head. I also found myself drowning in debt to the point that I realized that very soon I would be unable to cover the payments on my credit cards. I was feeling trapped, depressed, alone, and lonely, and thought things could not get any worse. Until one day everything changed and my whole life went spiraling down a deep black hole. How did my life completely unravel? Well, I woke up one day and just lay there for a few seconds, thinking today would just be like any other day and dreading having to navigate my way through the usual morning rush hour to get to work. However, when I tried to move my arms, nothing happened. I tried my legs and again nothing. It was as if the connection between my brain and the rest of my body had just severed. A little bit of panic came over me, but luckily my body eventually started to stir and I started to feel movement all over my body. However, that wasn't the end of it, because this was when I realized just how tired I felt and getting out of bed was a struggle. It's safe to say that I didn't make it to work on that day and spent the rest of the day just stuck in bed. The next day was no different. I felt even worse and could not even get myself out of bed. I started to get worried but hoped all I needed was rest. However, by the third day, with my body not getting any better, I somehow managed to drag myself out of bed to pay the doctor a visit. The doctor took a look at me, did some tests, and to my surprise told me there was nothing physically wrong with me and sent me home advising me to get some more rest. When I got home, I found a voice message waiting for me. I played the message and heard the familiar voice of my boss, casually informing me not to come back to work because my contract had been canceled and they were letting me go. I was shocked and in disbelief. Not only did I have an unknown illness, but now was also out of work and broke. Over the next few weeks, my condition didn't really get any better and I struggled to carry out even the most basic of household chores. This was the worst I had ever felt, not only physically, but I was also stressed and emotionally drained. Everything around me seemed to move in slow motion and I was unable to gather my thoughts to focus on anything. I felt lost in a fog. I couldn't afford to seek any further medical help. I couldn't even afford to pay my rent and my credit card bills were overdue. I needed to find a job, but I was clearly not in any condition to look for one. I was running out of money just to feed myself and soon to be homeless. All just because of a mystery illness. I'm not ashamed to admit I was depressed and the thought of suicide crossed my mind at this point. I felt completely drained of energy, had zero motivation and my confidence was the lowest it had ever been. Everything I had left was about to disappear. I sat there on the couch alone in my apartment, switched on the TV and started watching old reruns of that popular TV show, Friends. I don't know what it is about watching this show, but that suicidal feeling I had earlier was quickly replaced by the feeling that this is not how I wanted my story to end. You could say that this was the moment my survival instincts kicked in. I wanted to continue to live, get better, and have new remarkable life experiences just like the characters on the show. Moments later, I would have my first experience with manifestation and destiny. But of course, I didn't know this was what it was at the time. You see, I received a phone call. It was my sister Amy, and she was in town for a day attending an event for small business owners and wanted to know if I was free to meet up at a nearby coffee shop. I wasn't feeling great and looked even worse and was worried what Amy would think when she saw me like this. However, I couldn't let her down because you see, Amy was the best sister anyone could ever ask for. Someone who truly understood me and always looked out for me. Not to mention I hadn't seen Amy in some time, so I agreed to go meet her. At the coffee shop, sitting there with Amy, I realized how very different she was from anyone I had ever known. She always seemed to have this quiet positive energy and glow that would draw other people in. Amy ran her own flower shop and was part of what I call a modern hippie counterculture. Simply put, Amy's lifestyle and how she viewed the world was kind of outside the box. Right at that moment, I felt the need to share my problems with someone, and who better than my sister, right? So I told Amy everything. I told her everything that I had been going through recently with my health and losing my job and how I had hit rock bottom. I wanted to get better. I wanted my whole life to be better, but didn't know how to get out of this deep, dark hole that I was stuck in. What Amy said would come as a big surprise to me. Amy suggested that this might all just be in my head. that I had been living a stressful life and how my symptoms were a sign of both mental and physical burnout. Amy then told me that she had something that might be able to help, and this was when she reached into her bag and handed me a USB drive and told me the USB contained audio tracks which would help me feel better. Normally, I would never have considered listening to audio tracks as a solution to my problems, but right now, I was desperate. Desperate for anything that would help me feel better both physically and emotionally. So, I took Amy's advice, and once I got home, I started listening to the audio track she had given me. Over the next few days, I was amazed to discover that my energy levels had started to return. Also, the fog had lifted, and I was actually starting to be able to think straight again. In my excitement, I decided to do my own research into these sounds and find out why these audio tracks had been so effective and also learn how they actually work. I was stunned to discover the gift my sister Amy had given me was just the tip of the iceberg. You see, I spent the next few years carrying out my own research into brainwaves and the effect audio tracks have on the connections in the brain. I traveled across the country attending seminars and conferences. I spoke to experts in neuroscience to learn about all the latest developments in brain science. I then hired the very best wave experts, and together we developed the perfect frequencies that could rewire and unlock the unlimited potential of the human brain. The audio tracks that I created would not only help me fully restore my health, but it also removed all the anxiety, lack of confidence, and self-doubt that had kept me stuck in a rut for so many years. Listening to the audio tracks helped change my life tremendously. I became a more confident and a more rounded individual. I would end up starting my own successful business from the ground up and would finally meet that special someone, my soulmate, to share my life with. Thanks to my discovery, I am now a happily married, financially independent entrepreneur living a life filled with abundance. My wife and I are now expecting our first child, which is truly a blessing. After turning my life around and achieving everything I had ever hoped for and much more, I decided I wanted to share everything I had learned with as many people as possible. So I put together an easy and structured program that simply involved pushing play to listen to a set of audio tracks and enable others like me to realize their dreams. This program would become the push-button manifestation system. There are 3 steps to this push-button manifestation program, with each step in the process using a uniquely designed audio track to stimulate the brain to a higher frequency and tap into your gamma potentials to enable you to effortlessly manifest reality to what you desire. Step 1 involves getting the brain into the correct state for healing. This state is called the calming stage and is one which I was shocked to discover had been overlooked by even brainwave experts. You see, every day your brain has to deal with stressors. Stressors such as worry, anxiety, stress, and uncertainty, which might be due to work, family, health, financial, and other problems plaguing your life. These stressors cause your brain to release the stress hormone cortisol. Now, the constant presence of cortisol in your brain is not a good thing. Cortisol creates high levels of harmful free radicals which can kill the brain cells, increasing your risk of becoming less productive and forgetful and potentially getting Alzheimer's disease as you get older. This can lead to a vicious cycle of further worry, anxiety, and stress, which in turn leads to depression, mood swings, and addiction to substances such as drink and drugs. Stressors also cause brain waves to work erratically, causing the command center of your brain to receive conflicting signals. These conflicting signals are what causes you to make the wrong irrational decisions in life. All of these negative and erratic signals in the brain uses up a tremendous amount of brain power, which is why you end up feeling both mentally and physically exhausted. The command center also sends the wrong signals to your body, disrupting your DNA, and is why you may find yourself constantly falling ill. So, you see, the most important thing you can do for your brain at first is to calm it down. And this can be done using deep relaxation calming wave. The calming waves work by raising the level of alpha waves in your brain, which resets your mind to a more consistent, calm, and rhythmic state that is consistent with nature. Once the brain has reached the calming state, we then continue into step 2, the healing stage. The healing stage involves healing the mental scars, negative thoughts, and emotions which have built up over the years and been absorbed into your subconscious. Using the healing theta wave, you will be able to remove negative and self-limiting thoughts and beliefs that have been accumulated over many years by your subconscious, helping you to build new positive ones. You will remove anxiety and self-doubt and rewire your brain to build a newfound confidence and positive self-belief in yourself. These healing vibrations for the mind, body, and spirit resonate with the human body and nature to repair DNA in preparation for the final step, the unlock stage. The unlock stage is where the subconscious mind will be reprogrammed to enable it to build up high levels of gamma waves in your brain, and is where the magic happens. These gamma waves unlock your gamma potentials to enable you to spiritually manifest abundant wealth and success at will. You see, while the command center of your brain controls the 10% of your brain that most people access during their lifetime, the true power of the brain lies in the remaining subconscious 90%. This 90% cannot be accessed directly by your conscious mind. However, by first calming and then healing your mind, we can now unlock the full potential of the brain by reprogramming the registry to gain access to your subconscious gamma potentials. To manifest abundantly, you simply listen to the unlock audio track, which bypasses your logical conscious mind and speaks directly to the subconscious to raise the level of gamma waves in the brain and unlock your gamma potentials. The gamma potentials is where the creative power of your mind begins. It is within this mental unlocking state which you set an intention of what you want and consciously manifest it into reality. Your intention might be a new job, a promotion, or start a new business. Maybe you are seeking love in your life and ready for the universe to deliver you your soulmate. Or it could be to get real cash you can spend on a new car, holiday, or to buy a new house. After playing the audio tracks, just set your mind to an intention of whatever it is you desire, and your gamma potentials will do the rest. You see, tapping into and unlocking your gamma potentials also unlocks the unlimited ability to manifest anything you want at will and abundantly. Now, being specific about what you desire is crucial at this final stage. Don't just say, "I would like to be rich," but actually specify the amount of money you want in your bank account, for example, 6 weeks from now. Don't say, "I want to fall in love," but actually think of the type of person you want to meet, such as their character, personality, and physical appearance, and then set a realistic time frame to meet that person. Your gamma potentials need to know exactly what your desire is so it can send out the right signals to the universe to set up the chain of events that will enable you to manifest exactly what it is you desire. So you see, the secret to manifestation is not the law of attraction, but at the gamma state of the human brain where science and spirituality interconnect. This is the reason why push-button manifestation is so effective and can help you achieve the life of your dreams effortlessly. All that is required is just 15 minutes of your time each day and ideally 5 days each listening to the 3 audio tracks. The magic in the audio tracks will reprogram your subconscious mind and change your way of thinking so you can live an abundant life. It will help you get rid of the negative and regressive habits and beliefs that have been embedded in your subconscious mind for years and replace them with positive, progressive beliefs that will improve your overall life. Suddenly, there are no more excuses. You can create the life you want right here and right now. I get it. If you are a little skeptical and wondering if this program really works, just like I was many years ago when my sister Amy first introduced me to the idea of using sound frequencies and vibrations on the body and mind to bring out transformations and miracles? That is why I'm going to make you this promise and this guarantee. I am so confident that push-button manifestation will work for you so that you can achieve the life you desire that I'm giving it to you with a 60 days, 100% no questions asked money-back guarantee. If for whatever reason you feel this program is not right for you, just send me an email and I will provide you with an instant refund. You, therefore, have absolutely nothing to lose, as it is completely risk-free to give push-button manifestation a try. Now, prior to releasing this push-button secret, a couple of major publishers had offered to sell this program on their websites and stores at a retail price of $197. I initially considered their offer, but then eventually decided I wanted to make this push-button system as affordable as possible so as many people as possible could benefit from the program. So I decided to reduce the price and offer the program directly to the public on this website at a reduced price of $47. Ask yourself, how much is it worth for you to finally be able to unlock your potential for the rest of your life? Consider how much it would cost someone to seek counseling from a qualified therapist. A 1-hour session with a hypnotherapist would cost an average of $125. And you would also have to factor in the time you need to set aside to attend those meetings. 1 hour per week for the next 12 weeks would cost you a total of $1,500 for something that may or may not bring you any positive results or noticeable changes in your life. Is spending that kind of money worth the risk of getting nothing in return? For an investment of just $47 in the push-button manifestation system, you will gain access to a revolutionary system backed by the most recent scientific research to tap into your subconscious and unlock your mind's full potential. A system which you can use in your own time and anywhere, like a coffee shop, the gym, or in the comfort of your own home while cooking, cleaning, playing games, or before you go to sleep. An out-of-the-box solution that simply requires you to push a button and play a set of audio tracks to magically transform your life. Remember, you'll gain access to 3 individually developed audio tracks, each 15 minutes in length. 1. The calming wave to relax your mind and remove all worry, anxiety, stress, and uncertainty clogging your brain and draining your energy levels. 2. The healing wave that removes all the negative programming and limiting beliefs that have been accumulated in your brain's registry over the years. 3. And finally, the unlocking wave that rewires your brain to unlock the gamma potentials of your subconscious mind to manifest everything that you have always wanted, your dream life. As a special gift for taking the time to watch this full presentation today, I will also be giving you a free 30-minute bonus track called the Comfort Wave. This is an audio track that I recently developed and using specific frequencies and vibrations to help those individuals who suffer from extreme levels of anxiety or stress. The Comfort Wave can be used to provide instant relief from extremely stressful or traumatic experience. It could be you had a really bad day at work, or maybe you are experiencing a family crisis, or you just had a huge argument with your partner. Or maybe it's just one of those days when everything goes wrong. Just play the Comfort audio track to quickly facilitate change, to relax and relieve your mind and help keep you on track with the rest of the program. Just click or push the button below and let the power of your gamma potentials unlock your mind's full potential and help you achieve your greatest desires and begin building your dream life today. Once you click to order, you will be taken to the secure clickbank.net page to complete the payment process. Once completed, you will then be taken to the members area where you can download all the tracks instantly. So, you can get started using push-button manifestation right now. If you are still here watching this video, then it means you still have some questions about push-button manifestation. So, here are the answers to the most common questions I get asked about the program. I already tried other manifestation programs. Why is this one different? Other programs fail to recognize the important first steps present in push-button manifestation and immediately focus on manifestation and ignore the importance of the calming and healing stages. Other brainwave programs also focus on theta waves and not the more powerful gamma waves, which work to unlock your subconscious gamma potentials and is where brain science and spirituality connect to enable you to manifest effortlessly. You simply push the play button. It's as easy as that. Is your program guaranteed to work for me? Simply, yes. Now, the few times that we have found push-button manifestation not working is when individual participants in the program skipped one or more of the steps. For example, some people choose to ignore the calming and healing stages, opting to go directly to the unlocking stage. Just going directly to the unlock stage might bring some limited success, but you see the real magic and secret to the success of this program is found in following each step of the program as directed and not rushing or skipping any parts in your enthusiasm to see results immediately. How fast will your program work? Every individual is different and the changes they desire will also differ, and therefore you may start to see changes happen straight away or might take a bit longer, such as a week or a month for others. It all depends on your desires and if you have followed the 3-step process and not skipped any stages along the way. We also recommend participants in the push-button manifestation program to spend at least 15 days using the tools provided so that your brain is fully calm, healed, and unlocked for optimal and effortless manifestation. I already used other manifestation programs in the past. Are those compatible with this course? While you may have gained 0 to some limited success with other programs, the good news is that our advanced audio tracks can even activate many of the desires you have tried to unlock from previous courses but have been idle. I believe once you start the push-button manifestation course, you will never have a need for any other manifestation tool. That is how confident I am that this program will work its magic on your life just as it did on mine. How do you deal with my personal information? Both your personal information is safe and secure because the data is sent via a secure sockets layer SSL connection by clickbank.com, one of the most secure vendors online. In addition, we will also never have direct access to your payment information because your payment is also processed by clickbank.com, a trusted payment processor on the internet. Is it safe to use push-button manifestation? Yes. Push-button manifestation is completely safe. The program is based on extensive research into neuroscience and experts in the field of sound waves. It is, however, recommended that you do not use the audio sound waves while doing other things that may require your full attention, such as driving a car or operating heavy machinery. What if I don't see any results? We are so confident that the push-button manifestation tool will work for you that we are offering all participants a full 100% money-back guarantee. If you feel the program just is not right for you for whatever reason, simply drop us an email and we will process your refund immediately. So you are basically taking a risk-free journey to completely turn your life around and live the life you have always wanted, not the life others want you to live. I will be thrilled if you decide to join me on this exciting journey to rewire your brain using push-button manifestation and start living the life you deserve, a life full of abundance. Well, let's start then. Just press or push the button below.